Well, joining me on set now, it is a great pleasure to have Dana Loesch, NRA contributor and a great friend of mine. Dana, great to see you.
Good to see you, Grant.
And, of course, Rhonda Ezell of Chicago Guns Matter, who has made it her mission to expose the problems going on in Chicago. Rhonda, welcome to the program.
Grant, thank you for having me.
So, first off, Rhonda, let me ask you. You're going to be giving a speech on Sunday. I've urged Mayor Rahm Emanuel to show up and listen to you speak. Has he ever come to you, talk to you, willing to listen to you about your quest to push firearm ownership in Chicago?
No. You know, Grant, I have yet to even meet the mayor of the city of Chicago. As a matter of fact, I have not met any of our political powers to be in the city. The mayor probably don't want to see Rhonda Ezell. Based on the Ezell versus Chicago case, we've won those 2 federal lawsuits to bring gun ranges to the city of Chicago. It's unfortunate that the city of Chicago was one of the last, well, not one of the last, but the state of Illinois was the last state to get concealed carry, and yet we still have to go through an enormous amount of red tape, you know, just to exercise our constitutional rights.
Dana, you know, you're a super voice for gun ownership in America today, but it's voices like Rhonda that we really need out on the streets. Your thoughts about what's going on in Chicago, and Rhonda hasn't even seen the mayor yet.
No, which amazes me because, I mean, I think that you are a natural rights, a civil rights hero for pushing for this because, honestly, the amount that you have to go through, it amazes me. The 72-hour wait, all of the red tape that you have to go through, and yet crime, in the middle of a crime wave in Chicago, and you're defenseless. You're defenseless and city leaders that could change this refuse to hear what you have to say, refuse to hear what Chicago citizens have to say. That's terrifying to me, that there is that, I guess, little interest from Rahm Emanuel to listen into what Rhonda and so many other individuals have to say about this. I mean, for crying out loud. I mean, and Eddie Johnson, Grant, you mentioned Eddie Johnson and how he thinks that there are lax gun laws. I remember when Eddie Johnson said, and we've talked about this about 16 to 18 months ago, he said it is the same repeat offenders, the same 1,400 individuals in Chicago that are driving over 85% of Chicago's gun crime. And, of course, people like you, Rhonda, you're having to forfeit rights that criminals forfeit with their criminal actions, yet you have to pay for it.
Exactly. You know, they impose so much gun control on the law-abiding citizens that is unbelievable. The nature of them putting all these gun-free zones everywhere in the city of Chicago, these 4x5 little plastic pieces of paper that they think for some reason is going to protect their lives and say that, hey, if you have a concealed carry license, you can't come here. In actuality, what it does is it tells the criminal, the bad guy, the career criminal, that no one in this place can stop me. This is a gun-free zone. It's a killing zone. Gun-free zones are killing zones. So when we're out and about and they put these signs everywhere, it limits the fact that concealed carry holders are still being crunched to where they can and can't go and carry their firearms and protect themselves and their loved ones. But at the same time, the mayor walks around with paid armed guards that's being paid by taxpayers, and city officials as well. They have their firearms and they carry their firearms as well. So, you know, it's unfortunate that they don't recognize and won't respect the law as it has been written, but they enjoy it for themselves, though.